onye na-eje ihe n'uche nso ụzọ lọtaba ya na ọga ijiji otu a ka ọ dị. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth. And personally, I daily encourage you to enjoy your life because life is great. Life is not good, life is great. So, for those of you that believe, life is unfair, life is hard, check your desire. Your desire is the problem. I'm not talking about maybe your parents born you in poverty and all that, and they don't take care of you. Now you're scrambling, looking around who will help you. You train everything out there to see if your hook will catch a fish. Your desire, check your desire. At the root of every problem that people face individually is desire. Okay, what's up, Amadi? So you have to live your life. You don't supposed to live another person's life. You were not born to worship. You were not born to live for a purpose. There's no purpose to life. There's no purpose to life. You were born to live, explore, and enjoy life. But people have made up a lot of things that those things they made up is actually confusion, and the confusing people. That's why you see people consulting some people to know what is my life, what is my purpose, what is my future. This thing I will do, will it prosper, will it succeed? And you see them taking advantage of such people. And some of them end up committing suicide, some of them end up frustrated in life and turn in such a way that is nasty even to themselves. They don't care about their health. They don't care. I remember when I was a Christian or a minister of the gospel, I was living that type of life. I was like immersed in the grace of the Bible, whatever the Bible says, especially trying to be like Jesus. I don't care about my body. I don't care about my life. All I care is about Jesus. All I care is about making heaven to meet God. As Deeper Life will always said, are you ready to pray to meet the Lord or prepare to meet the Lord? So I was doing all that. I was following exactly what the Bible says in Matthew chapter 6. He said, do not, he said it also in Luke chapter 12. He said, do not store your treasure on this earth, but in heaven. So I found out, okay, the way you can do it is Jesus said, give everything you have, for to the poor, not for the work of God and all that, but they brainwash us. We thought it's given to the work of God, given to ministers. So we're doing tithes and offering and all that. But the real, according to the words of Jesus in the Bible, to store in heaven means to give to the poor, not to give to the work of God. And I still telling our people, think about that. If there is God that chose anyone to serve him, don't you think or don't you see that it is nonsensical for you to be the one providing for that man of God or minister of God or that woman of God? Think about it. If God, they tell you their God can solve your problem, their God can change your life, so why can't that God at least take care of their needs? Instead of you meeting their need, they say, oh, they minister to you spiritual things. You have to minister to them physical things. No. God sent them. God chose them. So if God cannot minister spiritual and the physical things or material things to his servant, that God does not exist. Ministers of God are liars and thieves, no matter who they are, whether they are related to me or not. Every minister of God, both ignorant one and the one with knowledge of what they are doing, Both, all of them, they are all fake. They are imposters. Stop wasting your time and the money with them. See them, they say they're praying for you to go abroad. Why is their God answering their prayer for you to go abroad instead of their God to make your own village a prosperous land where it becomes the envy of the world? Think about that. These people are taking advantage of you. Whatever you desperate to have, boom, they jump on it. You have seen many people confess how they go and bury something in people's compound and come for a family deliverance, especially when you invite them. So they always have somebody that will go ahead to bury something. They can. There's no such thing as miracle. No. They try to call science miracle. When scientists perform something, they say it's a miracle. It's not. Wheelchair is a miracle. It's not. It is science. It is people doing that. And when you hear anybody tell you that what they are doing is a spiritual thing, run away. That person is evil. That's is anti-nature. Whatever people are doing are natural things. There's not no natural being can do spiritual thing. They don't go together. Fairy and fast does not go together. Reality and religion does not go together. Spirituality and science does not go together. No. Understand that. So today, I'm sharing with us what I titled The Prisoners of Hope. And you know now, you can, the such word, you can find it in the Bible. But I'm talking about people that have become slaves of God and man. They are serving God and they're doing that also through men. So think about that. If this God created all of you, as they said, and this God loves all of you, why would this God choose one person over others so that the others will be taking care of him? Why God supposed to be the father of you all? He's supposed to be taking care of you, not your father choosing among you. Okay, this one be the head. No. If you read Matthew chapter 23, where Jesus was telling his disciples, he said, all of you are brethren. You don't need any father, you don't need any teacher among you. But you know, that's opposite in what you see among the theists today, or especially Christians. They claim to follow Jesus Christ, but they don't follow the Jesus Christ of the Bible. They follow their own version of Jesus Christ because the original Jesus was also fake. So any other, you can make up any other fake things from fake. You cannot make fake from the original. You cannot. Whatever you make against or from original that is not original, that thing is against the original, and that thing can never help you. That's why you see them um, exploiting people. So you hear when you read the Bible, they tell you about God being the hope of Israel. It's a lie. God is never the hope of Israel. At least you can learn it from what happened in Germany, where the people of the Jewish people, as they said, were put in concentration camp, and some of them were roasting in the microwave and all that, kill millions of them. The hope of Israel, God, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, it did not show up to save anyone because it does not exist. Everything they tell you about Israel is fallacy. The real Israel was started in 1948. You can search all these things. Those people that are traveling, telling you they're going to the land where David and Goliath fought, or where Jesus performed miracle at the wedding of Cana, no, they are stupid. And if you check it, it's mostly black people that are promoting it. White people are like giving up. Most missionaries have even turned to atheists today because they have found out the truth. And because when you see anyone that have engaged in missionary work, you know that person was serious about his faith in the Lord Jesus. But now that person found out, no, this thing is not true. Because you know what it means to go for missionary work. You let go everything and you embark on that journey. I've been a missionary before. I have engaged in missionary work in Ifiteduno, in Anambra State. And you give you have that zeal. You want to be servant of God. You are called. What a bit you find out. No, this thing is rooted from childhood indoctrination, which is rooted from slavery. That the missionaries came with the military. After the military defeated us, then they came to damp us, to make us, to brainwash us, to indoctrinate us, so that we not resist, we not revolt. Until today, we have lost the ability to resist or to revolt. And anyone like myself that rise up to say we have to rebel, we have to revolt, they say, "Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Leave it like that. Our people will never wake up again." And I was once like one of them. They see me today. It was 5 years ago I started I started to reject everything, spirituality and religion. 5 years ago. So imagine from 5 years ago backward. If you see all my old posts, you will see many Bible quotations on it. I don't play with it, and I was vomiting it every day. And now you want me to shut up? No. I was preaching God and Jesus then in lies. Now I'm preaching God and Jesus in the truth. And I'm showing you that. So, prisoners of hope, that's what they have turned us into. And when I check prisoners of hope in the Bible, this is what comes up. So let me read some of them. Like Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12, he said, "Return to the stronghold, not free yourself. Return to the strongholds, you prisoners of hope. Even today, I declare that I will restore double to you." It's a lie. Everything not double, double, is a lie. They lie to you, and I will tell you what keep people being prisoners of hope. Okay. Now, Lamentation 3, verse 34, it said, "To crush under one's feet all the prisoners of the earth." People of hope, prisoners of hope, are prisoners of the earth. These people has been imprisoned in this world, although they claim to be free, but they are actually imprisoned, especially mentally. So they are prisoners of hope. Then this is the main text I wanted to use on this. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. If you have been listening to Bishop David Oyedepo and all his likes, they always use this place to brainwash their members, to make them having hope on their empty promises, prophecies, lying prophecies. So that's why you see people having that hope. I read Romans chapter 15, verse 4. "For whatever things were written before were written for our learning." So not what will be written, not even us using our brain, but he said whatever that were written. It is written is not reality. Whatever were written before were written for our learning, that we, through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures, through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures, might have what? Hope, not freedom. Through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. That's what you have. All the blessing of God you have is hope. All the miracles of God they have is hope. They can't have any tangible thing. They can't have that promises come to pass. All they keep having is hope. So hope keep them in that prison, in that stronghold. He said, "Return to the strongholds, all ye prisoners of hope." You cannot get free. That's the stronghold, the system, the white supremacy they have built. They imprison us in it. They want us to remain there. How dare you try to be free? We give you independence. How dare you try to be free? We give you integration. Stay. And the integration they give to you is for you to remain in their system, serving them. But you say you want to have your economic integration. No, to have whatever they have, they say no. Somebody said that's why they killed Martin Luther Jr. He said, the more he was talking about, "I have a dream," they let him, "Okay, we have a dream, okay. We all are one in America, okay." But when you begin to talk about black people having their economic independence or integration, having the same thing, no, white people don't want it to have land. They have the land in America. They stole the land, they don't want it to have it. And it's our land. So you see the prisoners of hope everywhere, they, especially in Africa, they have this mentality, and you see them voice them out in everything. They said, I leave everything to God. I leave everything to God. In Nigeria is where you will see somebody. For example, a pregnant woman, somebody impregnated her and abandoned her. The family also abandoned her. So she was trying to make a way. Then maybe a young man pick her up and nurture her, take care of her. Then at time of delivery, she lost the baby. Remember, I used the term lost. It's not lost, but the baby died. Then somebody she gathered herself up again, graduated and begin get a job and begin to work. Oh, somebody said, man, this thing you have been through all this. He said, it is God. It is God. God let you get pregnant out of wedlock, as they used to say. God let that man abandon you. God let your own family, your own father abandon you, chase you out of the house. God allow you to be wandering around until somebody have pity on you and brought you in and take care of you. And that child or that baby that make them to chase you away and all that still died. Now, because you have struggled again to get a job and making some money, it is God. Slaves of God, they have not seen, they cannot see, yet they claim this God is our God. They are slaves to common men. The comment that is telling them what their ears want to hear. There is God. God is this. God is that. God will do this. God will do that. You see what you are going through? God is testing you. You know what? God will do this. God will do that. Comment. They become slaves of God they have not seen, and they become victims to comment they can see. And they see those comment as mouthpiece of God. A God that have a mouthpiece is not powerful. You don't even have a mouthpiece. You speak for yourself. So a God that cannot speak for itself. Those come men posing as ministers of God, as I said in the opening. How can they be ministers of God and you are giving them your money for any reason? You don't supposed to. They don't supposed to lack. Their God supposed to be giving the light. They say, oh, money is for us to buy generator. Money is for us to pay for our electric bill. No, God's supposed to be providing all that. That's what's supposed to make you different from the people you call worldly people. How can you call me a carnal man, yet you are living like me, but deluding yourself that no, you are different? You are not. You are stupid. God cannot make you different from me. I enjoy more than you because I don't waste my time and my money anymore to any common. No way. It can never happen again. Slaves of God that failed to prevent their slavery. This God failed to prevent your suffering, whatever you suffered, or your family is suffering, or whatever you are suffering. That God failed to prevent it from happening. Yet you are serving this God. This God is you have hope. This God will make a way. This God is making a way. Somebody says, oh, if you know what I've been through, you know it must be Jesus. I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus. No. You will not let your child to pass through any bad thing for any reason. But you have been brainwashed through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures that you should be having hope. That's how they brainwash you. When you are reading that Bible, believing the words in it. When you are reading that Quran, believing the words in it. When you are reading that religious book, believing the words in it. Now you are programming your brain to do what? To have hope. That's all you have. Hope of miracle. Hope of something better. Hope of better tomorrow. Hope. They tell you every day, believe in miracle. Believe God will do miracle. And they turn around and tell you, support my ministry. Join me, support this ministry. Come on. You say, God, if God can do miracle for your listeners, so why can't God do that miracle for you? Why do you need their money? Why do you need them at all? Why do they need to come to you for anything? You're supposed to, anywhere you are, you declare, God, do it. You pray from wherever you are, God will be doing it. Hey, wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. They have captured you. They have enslaved you. They have imprisoned you. And that's why you are their slaves, who lies to you with empty promises and scriptures. Scriptures full of lies, scriptures full of designed for deception. That's why you see them giving you invisible beings as though they are real. You see them lying to you, quoting scriptures, writing books. Many of them, you see them, they have built a house in their father's compound because of the money they made from the materials they sell, especially books. Oh, now I have a pastor friend there, and that's one of the ways he make money, writing books. And I can write better than him, but I was not doing that because I was not into the ministry for money. I was following God and Jesus. I just want to be like Jesus. So at last he will hear, "Welcome, my faithful servant." Bullshit. That's hope. Hope of heaven at last. That's what our people have. Heaven at last. You see a young girl dressing like old grandma because of hope of making heaven at last. Shame. Shame. So the prisoners of hope are slaves of God and slaves of men. You see them living in fear of God, living in fear of men, living in the fear of the unknown. They are living in belief, which is blind faith. They believe without seeing. They tell them they are blessed for believing without sin. No, you are bereaved. You are stupid. You are brain dead for believing without sin. If anybody asks you to believe something, tell them to give you time when you will see it. If they can't be specific with that, trash them. That's why when they come against me, cursing me and telling me, I say, be specific. Tell me the day your God will deal with me. Tell me the day that thing you pray for will happen. I never ask you to pray for me. If you want, you can give me money, but prayer, I don't need your prayer. I need what is real. They are living in love. Love, fake feelings. Anything you call love is fake feeling. There's no love in nature. What you have in nature is care. We care for one another naturally. We care for our family naturally. But when love comes in, that's when this condition comes in. That's when you see lies comes in. That's when you see them. They can kill you. They can betray you. That's why you see somebody saying he loved a God or she loved a God he has not seen. That's fake feelings. Love. I love you. I love you. He just want to fuck you. That's it. I love you. I love you. She just wants your money. She just wants you to be her husband so that she think not marrying is a reproach. Oh, who will remove? They tell them that time is coming when is it 5 women will hold 1 man. He's saying you must marry us. It's happening today, but Christians are suppressing it. It's happening. And it's happening. They are coming in the name of side chicks or pastor fucking them. It's happening. They are holding, this man of God must fuck me for me to get married. You must fuck me. It's happening. Reverend fathers fucking them. That's why I say nobody has seen God at any time. Nobody. Yet some people still say they love God. Prisoners of hope. Nobody have seen Jesus at any time. Yeah, you say they loved Jesus. You know, I'm happy that I'm saved. Jesus died for me. Jesus saved me. Thank God, Jesus. Thank God for Jesus. Oh Lord, I thank you. Like, they are living in humility, accepting lies as the truth. That's what humility does. Anybody that tells you humble yourself, tell that person, get away from me. You don't supposed to humble yourself for anything. It is slaves that humble themselves. That's why when they see the slave master, they pray, oh, give me this day my daily bread. Please, please, please don't kill me. Please treat me and my family well. Please, please provide for us. Please guide us. Please reveal to us bullshit. Living in humility. You are human. You're supposed to live in humanity, not in humility. You know, enjoy your humanness. You are perfect naturally. There is nothing lacking in your life naturally. That's why I said, if you have that problem, check your desire. Check your desire. And if that desire is too much for you, do you know the reason why you have two legs? You can walk away from it. Go and start somewhere else, afresh. Don't let anyone enslave you or put you in a place like that. Individually, we are breaking free from this prison. But as a people, black people, Africans, we are still the prisoners of the earth. We are the prisoners of hope because of the nonsense they have dumped on us, and we accept them as there is God. Our soul will do this, our spirit will do this. No, there is no. There's no spirit in us, there's no soul in us. We are the living spirits, we are the living souls. Our body is not our limitation. Our body is great. Our body, you see what happened in Turkey about like the earthquake. If I tell you now that naturally their body was even telling them about to happen, but they have been taught away from such things. We don't even listen to ourselves. That's why we get sick. We get sick, we have hope. When I get sick, I go to doctor. It's okay, take care of me. That's why you see like people in America are doing better than people in Africa, because in America, they know if they get sick, they go to ER. They'll be attended to whether they have money or not. But in Africa, go even money to register in the hospital. Who dash monkey banana, as they always say. As like that, the monkey don't need you to dash him banana. Monkey eat other fruits too, not only banana. They pray without ceasing. They pray without ceasing to think, without pausing. Okay, let me stop and think. I've been praying about all these things, but it has not been working. They cannot pray and cease to think about the uselessness of their prayer in reality. You have been praying, your family has been praying. Where is the result? That's why they tell you pray without ceasing, because when you pray and cease, when you pray with ceasing, you will say, no, I'm no longer praying. That's what happened to me too. Anyone that they call today atheist or maybe devil or demon like myself, that person used to believe. That person used to worship the nonsense that I'm worshiping. That person used to pray without ceasing, but the day the person ceased praying, he said, wow, now it makes sense. You telling me this God can do this, but I'm still suffering this? Huh? They pray without ceasing. These prisoners of hope, they pray without ceasing to stop. Instead of them to stop and think, all this thing I've been doing, I've been praying for this, God is not doing it. I'm still the one that still have to go there and pray for that, work for that, do that. God is not doing anything. Think. These prisoners of hope are morons that sees faith as knowledge. And you see them standing by their illusion, standing by their delusion, standing by their hallucination. Hope is doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's what hope makes people do. Prisoners of hope. You see them doing the same thing, praying every time, expecting this result, something else will happen. It will never happen. That's what they do. They think those who live by faith and faith were not as serious or godly or holy as they are now. No, when you remind them of people that have such faith they have now that failed in the past, they will tell you, no, no, no. Some of them will say, oh, those people, they tempted God. Come on, God say you should tempt him. Read it. Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Say, tempt me. And God tempted Abraham too. So temptation is from anything. Godliness is full of temptation. It's outside godliness, you don't have temptation. I don't have temptation. I don't have lust. No, I cherish, I care, and I enjoy life. So that you see them. Although there's no way something clean can come out of unclean thing. Religion is unclean, holy book is unclean, yet they keep believing it will change, it will happen. My faith is no, it will never happen. No amount of your prayer, no amount of your holiness can make the scriptures come to pass. It can never happen. Never. So they see those that went ahead of them that failed as though they were not holy like as them. And the same thing will happen to them. Jesus is coming very soon. Millions of them are in the grave, or billions in the grave. Jesus has not come. Hundreds of years has passed. Jesus has not come. About 2,000 years, Jesus have not come, yet they still believe. Oh no, those people was not as serious as we are. They were not as holy as we are. That's why you see Pentecostals coming up with new things. No, today they have online stuff. What God cannot do that does not exist. Holy Ghost fire. Anywhere, I pray, I declare. Nonsense. Jesus said, pray in secret, but you are making noise everywhere because it is not working. So no noise. Stop that nonsense. No God and no Messiah can deliver or free you but the knowledge of factual truth. So I am calling on you, Africans, to deliver and heal yourself, free and heal yourself. You can do this. No God can stop you from doing that. Every God needs you. Without you, as I said last time, God does not exist. God don't have power. You are the one that give God power. You are the one that give God life. Without you, God is non-existent. God is speechless. God is inactive. And God is your trash. God is under you. You are both, you are God. So stop being afraid of living or afraid of dying. That's what this message of hope has turned people into. They are afraid of living and they're afraid of dying. So you see, they believe there is spirit somewhere, or there's spirit that will go somewhere. When we're talking about reincarnation, like myself, I'm not talking about a soul going through anywhere. No, it's the whole body. It go back to the earth and come back again. It keep going like that. It's circle of birth and death, life. That's it. We don't die. We are eternal beings, and that's why we don't need any imaginary being. We need in-person being, not imaginary being. Trust God, trust Jesus, trust Muhammad, trust Allah, trust Yahweh. Whatever is that you and your family believe, trust them. Begin to live by knowledge. By knowledge, you will rule. That's how you can defeat anyone in any battle or in any war or in anything. That's how you can achieve anything in this life. That's how you can make anything happen, by knowledge. And I'm encouraging you to seek it, live your life and enjoy it. God